Welcome to another episode of 3 Questions. I don't know if it's going to be that type of episode. We're just going to go on the fly here. We're on the move.
We're on the move from the moon.
From the moon. We were just on the moon.
Yeah.
and replenishing ourselves, taking care of ourselves. Had a great dessert.
Celeriac?
Yeah.
It was a celeriac dessert. Like
with
spice.
Pear
yeah.
And Greek yogurt.
Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty dope.
It was good. If you're ever in Melbourne, in Collingwood.
If you're ever in the moon.
If you're ever on the moon.
They have wine and dessert.
This is the 96 tram.
We're on the 96. And we're doing something new. Today or tonight, I am with...
Oh, I'm Madeline DeCotes from Honeycomb Collective.
Hi, Madeline. How's it going?
Yeah, all right, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm loving this, actually. Yeah, we're hanging out. We had a good meal tonight, a bunch of us, and we're going to do something on the fly here. So I'm going to ask a question off the bat.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to hit that question with my bat. You're
going to hit that, yeah, and hit it deep.
Yeah.
Hey, is there anything you're reading these days that has nothing to do with astrology that you're really into?
You said that has nothing to do with astrology?
Yeah, everything has to do with
but
that.
But everything has to do.
I know. Yeah. But...
Yeah. No, actually, I'm reading a book that Colin picked up because it was recommended by a lot of people on the internet, as many things are these days.
I heard about the internet.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yes. You can find out about things.
Yeah, I heard everything.
Everything's there.
Yeah.
No, this book is called The World of Yesterday. It's written in, I think, 1939 or 1940 by a man named Stefan Zweig. I haven't looked up how to pronounce his name, but so he's an Austrian man who he's writing from this perspective of like having escaped essentially like, you know, the Nazi invasion of Europe. He's an author and a Jewish man, from Vienna, and he's just talking about like, the modern world, you know, of 1940 compared to the world of yesterday is just like what Europe was like in the late 19th century. And it's one of those cool, just like the writing style so immersive where you go like, oh yeah, everybody in the past was just like everybody in the present. That kind of feeling, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been enjoying that.
Oh, that's cool. And I think that keeps going, right? No matter externally in the world, whether industrialism to tech, whatever, you know, there's certain things that never go away, and I think sometimes we forget when we look back. There's moments in time where like, oh, everything's different now, and it is. Mm-hmm. But there's some things that never change.
Yeah, people are the same.
People are the same, and something like that I was thinking about today earlier when I was walking on the beach alone too, about the languages that people use with each other. They're not verbal and connecting in the world or within cultures or across borders, and there's usually certain things that do that. It's music and food and love stories, myth stories, you know.
Oh yeah, were you talking about that in the context of Cancer?
Yeah, Jupiter and Cancer.
Yes.
The way we do with stories and stuff like that. Anyway.
And but then we were saying something that I thought was interesting about like just water signs in general. Are water signs the language that's beyond words, like the human language that supersedes verbal language.
Supersedes the verbal language and also carries stories.
Yeah.
Lineages, culture, where we come from, and then how we propel ourselves in the future with that, and how some of us try to keep that solidified and not want anything new, and there's some who take some of what's old but want something new, and they integrate it, and it's this hodgepodge, but in the end, does it give one a sense of home and feel nourished and safe? Right?
And if someone shares like their cultural food or their music that reminds them of their, you know, loved one and so forth, that's a type of communication that could maybe be more effective or like cut to the heart of someone more so than you know, being like, hey, trying to, I don't know, give an expository explanation.
Yeah, no, but it's simple things like that too, where then you find commonality even in difference, but the commonality or the vessel that's used to connect, it comes from a place of openness and not fight or flight. You know, it's something else, and where one is present where they come from, and they're also open to understanding and connecting with other people. And with that, usually when someone's in that place, they're coming from a very grounded, fed, feeling at home within themselves, and they're ready to like also branch out to other people, and it comes from a loving, compassionate, empathetic place. And so that's what was on my mind walking on the beach today.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, no, it's just that feels like it's being so resourced in a Cancer way, with the benefics in Cancer, where you're so fed, all the keywords that you're saying, that you can then go and initiate the sharing, like the bridge building with others. You commune over food and have music, that kind of thing. So that was a good answer to the first question. Oh, I was just like,
yeah.
Next question.
What is it these days, astrologically, that you're into? Is there a particular concept, thing, something? We might have to move the camera here. We're gonna have to see what's going to happen.
Make room for more people.
Pause this. Yeah, we're going to see what's going on.
It's getting
we're getting
crowded.
in the busy, crowded part of the
We're getting in the busy
tramp.
spot. We don't have consent forms for everybody who might be on camera.
So if we pause, we can always pause and start, go back. But anyway, any concept lately?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. I'll go with just first thing that was on the top of my head. So my friend Lizzie, who lives in Melbourne, and I were just talking about the concept of, Jupiter in Cancer. It's on everybody's mind. But see, Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, but Jupiter's a diurnal planet. So it doesn't have any triplicity dignity in Cancer. So we're like, what's up with that? What does that mean for Jupiter? Or what does it mean for for even like the nocturnal triplicity? To be welcoming a diurnal guest and like celebrating him as the exaltation lord of Cancer. And I thought, it's interesting because in the nocturnal sect, it's just sort of like sect theory type stuff. Because the moon is the ruler of the nocturnal sect, you're very concerned with like the limitations of physical incarnation. Like you need to have enough nourishment, you need to have physical security.
Here we are again. Yeah.
These things are top of mind.
Yeah.
And what does Jupiter do when he visits the nocturnal sect to like bestow Cancer with his diurnal blessings? I'm like, it's almost like he's coming in to be like, here you go, this is fairy godmother. You have fortunate conditions. You have ample resources. You have, do you know what I mean? It's almost like the magical state. We'll be right back.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see how this ends up here. So here we are, we're back. And you were going off on some sect theory.
I know, and then we got an abundance of passengers on this tram.
And you can hear we're turning on the track.
Yeah, that was probably pretty loud.
So you were talking about Jupiter and how it was dealing in Cancer, but there wasn't anything backing it up triplicity-wise. No, what were you saying?
Yeah, it was basically that. Just the idea that like, the triplicity lords of water are, Moon, Mars, Venus.
Yeah.
So Jupiter doesn't belong to the nocturnal sect. So what's it doing with an exaltation in the nocturnal signs? Whereas the other diurnal planets have diurnal exaltations, like Sun is exalted in Aries, diurnal sign. Saturn's exalted in Libra, diurnal sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that. And then the Mercury is also, it's exalted in Virgo, just a nocturnal sign.
Sure.
We were just going off on, like, what does it mean? What does that imply?
Sure.
So just super nerding hard about the theory. Super nerding.
And also taking in our external circumstances around us right now, too.
They're changing.
Yeah, we're going with the flow with this one. And I like taking risks like this. Everybody knows on the channel, so...
Yeah. Remember, the moon is at 29 degrees in 35 minutes Aries.
Right now, yeah. So we're rolling through. And the ruler of that moon is Mars and Libra.
Yes.
We are in that place. By the way, since you're talking about, earlier in dinner, you're going to be talking next year at the United Astrology Conference.
That's right.
Yeah. What were you speaking on again? Do we remember what you were talking about?
Yeah, we were the basic premise. I'd submitted a couple of ideas and then needed to remind myself about which one got accepted.
Yes, that's what we did. Pull it up on the phone.
I can't remember the exact way I worded the title, but it's something like who's the Lord of the Ascendant and what do they want from you?
Yes,
something like
exactly,
that.
That's what it boiled down to. What do they want from you?
Yeah, what are they trying to do?
You're going to pass out worksheets, handouts.
Yeah.
And And I'm really psyched for you to be there. I'm going to be there September 2026. Should be 12
Yeah, that's right. September 2026. Not next month.
No.
As we're speaking now on August 14th, 2025.
Yeah.
14th. I don't know.
Yeah, but we thought we'd throw that in there because, you'll be speaking. It's funny, I had a conversation with another astrologer yesterday we were going over basic sect theory. And when they picked me up in the car, they were listening to, I think, a sect theory podcast on Chris's podcast.
Oh.
It was 2020 or something like that.
I'd like to hear that.
And then they were during lunch on a napkin just dealing with sect theory and going through the motions, like, oh, this sect tells this because of this. But then we started talking about a certain astrologer who's written some interesting books. Her name's Joy Usher. Do you know who Joy is?
No. I don't know anybody. You know everybody.
She's a great teacher of Hellenistic theory. And there's a couple books that she wrote. One's, I don't remember this. I'm going to put it in the comments. Her website's amazing. She's got really good blogs and explaining basic sect theory.
Love sect theory. Yeah, definitely send that over.
Yeah, no, I will. Anyway, that
sect theory just changes everything. There are the diurnal and the nocturnal experience are so fundamentally different. And I love talking about that now, again, during Jupiter in Cancer, because I feel like it's important for nocturnal sect people to temper their expectations of what Jupiter in Cancer can deliver.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's not always just going to cure you of all of your circumstantial woes that you might have as a nocturnal person.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, just as a quickie, somebody doesn't know basic sect, so let's say I'm a night chart, right?
Yes, and you are.
I'm a night chart. So what would be my 2 planets, or what? Like I'm acting like I don't know anything. By the way,
just acting.
I'm just acting. Yeah. So, is it Saturn and Venus?
Well, that's the ones to be concerned about, but as well as the moon. It's just everybody in the chart has a different role based on what the sect of the chart is, essentially, because we all think about the sun so often, but if you're born at night, you really need to think about the moon. And so there's this basic premise. I think I read from an article that Austin wrote a long time ago that I cannot find anymore.
I'll find it.
Thank you. I would love to see it. It might be like a Mountain Astrologer article. I can't find it anymore. But he had this, it was a great, just succinct article about the premise of, like, the diurnal chart is expressing the solar will. It's like making your mark on the world. It's like getting your ideas out there, shaping the world in your image. Where the nocturnal experience is more about, like, the physical, internal, reflective world. Like you being a person, the world happening to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those are 2 very distinct premises.
Yeah.
So if you're born at night and you're, sort of like the moon is your guide, the sun, if you follow what the sun wants, it can actually be a little bit contrary to that idea that you need to actually meet your basic needs first.
Sure.
As a nocturnal person.
Makes basic sense if you don't know anything, but if you were to follow the lights, what the lights are in astrology, but if you're a nocturnal person, like, you wouldn't be following the sun. I mean, like, if we act like a know-nothing, the sun's not even around. It's born at night, you'd be following the moon. Yeah.
But it can be tempting. Like, so I'm a nocturnal person, but the sun's in the 4th house, but it's an Aries sun, so it's very tempting to follow the sun for me, to think that I need to just, be going out there, taking all these risks, like starting new adventures, etc. But when you do that kind of stuff, you shake up the moon, you make it unstable, you take the moon away from its loved ones or its secure attachments and so forth.
And
so
its natural role for being diurnal, like, it just, that's the way I think about it.
Yeah.
It's natural,
So I'm just thinking, like, it's a whole big thing that, where you go from there, you establish which light to follow, and then you can establish which benefic to follow, because Jupiter is like the ally of the sun and Venus is the ally of the moon.
Right.
And so what does that mean about the person's, like, one, evaluating the condition of their Jupiter, of their Venus, but evaluating the way that they experience life. Like, does Jupiter's buoyancy, and it's saying yes to lots of new exciting opportunities, does that really serve them?
Right.
If you're a nocturnal chart, again, you might be saying yes to so many opportunities that it like puts you in over your head and overwhelms the lunar experience again.
Yeah, and again, it's when you're dealing with the lunar experience, it's more of internal at first. Naturally, you start from, and you start to do something, like do Jupiter externally. It just doesn't seem to sync up, or it doesn't flow the way you thought it would, or you're wondering why. It's a thing secretly, by the way, for those watching, my clients. I look at, I just don't talk about it in sessions, but I'm looking at basic sect with clients and noticing certain transits that are happening too. And sometimes dealing with timing or surfing through timing, like I want to do this certain something. I'm like, well, I put it in plain language. I don't feel like it's going to be there until like 8 months from now or whatever, because let's say they're a night chart in a certain type of Jupiterian situation, and they go watch another channel or whatever, and it sounds like, I did general stuff. I'm saying Jupiter, Venus, do this week. We all do it. But as always, we're looking at someone's individualistic, their chart, and we have to gauge it different ways. But the basic sect theory is great to start with. Anybody watching, I'm going to put some links to some basic understanding to this so you can educate yourself. Maybe I'll do a quick video on it to remind myself of it too. Yeah. Thank you for going there on that one.
Oh, I love it. Love the nerdy stuff.
Okay.
I mean, we could probably, should we touch on what Venus does just to give the nocturnal people?
Sure. We're at Albert Park.
Oh, we're getting close.
You
actually need to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do final words. You can do another episode on Venus.
No, we're going to do another one. I have to come back here then.
That's true. That's right.
Where can people find out about you? I mean, basically the Honeycomb site?
Yeah, basically. Honeycomb.co.
Yeah, honeycomb.co. Yeah,
that's what we were just saying.
We're looking, we're seeing the
We've got our stagehand.
So, Albert Park's coming. So we're about to stop here soon. Thanks for coming on the podcast. You can
Thanks
check
for
out the Honeycomb
having me.
site.
That was such a quick tram ride.
It was a quick, weird thing, and it's perfect. Somebody else on the other side of us laughing at us right now, looking at us. I won't say who. And
a 12th house dweller.
And let me just say, I love your calendars that you all make.
Oh, thank you.
They got massive positive impact in the astrological world. But part of the reason why we did this conversation is because I know you do more than that. Both of you, but like you, Madeline, there's so much more in your head with astrology. We need to hear more from you. I'm putting you on the spot.
It is Leo season. I'll take it.
You take it. I'll put more links to podcasts that you've been on, all that stuff in the copy, okay?
Amazing. Thanks so much. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being on the podcast. And then I'm just going to show something. Basically, we're not flying. I just want to show you that we're actually on the tram. So
it wasn't a lie. This isn't just a CGI.
This isn't. Yeah, it's some green screen. Okay.
This is real life.
This is real life. It's real life. And you got to pay attention on these things, because last night I was on a tram and I wasn't paying attention. I was working on a reel and I went like 4 stops over.
Took it all the way.
That's when I felt like, I belong here.
That's true.
Yeah. So
you do.
That's for another episode.
Yeah, come visit Melbourne.
Yes. All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.